Hi, and welcome to part two of my Blu-ray and DVD horror movie collection. My name is Jason. I'll be going through B and C today, and tomorrow hopefully I'll get through to D's, which has some of my favourites. But let's start with B, and the first one we've got is Peter Jackson's first movie, Bad Taste. Sorry about the glare there. This one's I picked it up years ago. I still haven't opened it, but I've watched it. Love it to pieces. It's a classic film with just blood and guts everywhere. The next one is the Blade Trilogy. So I've got all three on DVD, starting with the original with Wesley Snipes, Blade. The opening scene is still one of the best, in my opinion, but this movie saved Marvel Studios, and we wouldn't have the Marvel movies without it. But it's just well shot, well made. Stephen Dorff is a great villain. Blade 2 again, that's by Guillermo del Toro. Really good, and on repeated watches, it even gets better. The first time I watched it, I didn't actually like it that much, but after repeated viewings, it just gets better. And finally, Blade Trinity. Yeah, I like it. It's not the greatest in the trilogy, but it's still a really good movie. We'll follow this up with another vampire film, Blood Rain from Yui Bowl. Yeah, let's leave that alone. And this one here I've included Book of Eli. It's post-apocalyptic horror. One of my other favourite genres is post-apocalyptica. Um, yeah, like Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman, put the two of them together, can't go wrong. Really good film, really good film. Move on to C now. C has a few different styles of films in it, but we'll start off with one of my favourite movie makers, Cabin Fever from Eli Roth. His films, including Hostel 2, really good. This one here really kicked it off. It's gripping. It has a Evil Dead feel to it, being set out in the woods, things like that. And it's just really well done for a lower budget film. Yeah, highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Following this up with a bit of a fun one from Cabin in the Woods. This one really blew me away just with the twist in it. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a fun horror film. Lots of twists, turns, blood and guts. Really good. Another one which is a kind of, well, timely film is Carriers with Chris Pine, who is the new Captain Kirk and everything. Piper Perabo, Emily Van Camp, and Lou Taylor Pucci. Really good film, cross country road trip, but in the middle or in the aftermath of a pandemic. A lot of fun. This one here, really cool film. Chernobyl Diaries, well shot, well made, and really creepy, and with an ending which is just really out there and weird. The scenes through Chernobyl really haunting, and Pripyat when they're going on their tour, really good. Highly recommend it. This one's quite an old one from Lucio Fulci. It's City of the Dead or City of the Living Dead. One of my favourites growing up, and always have a soft spot for Lucio Fulci's movies, especially anything to do with zombies. So that's in here. I have not watched it in a long time, so I really need to revisit this one. Next up, we've got Constantine with Keanu Reeves. Look, a lot of people didn't like his rendition of Constantine. Personally, I thought it was pretty good. The special effects wise, it's really good. Tilda Swinton as one of the archangels, really cool, and Peter Stormare, I think I pronounced that right, as Lucifer was amazing, absolutely amazing. This one's a remake of George A. Romero film The Crazies. Obviously, it's called The Crazies, and yeah, a really cool film, really well done remake. Usually I'm not a huge fan of remakes, although I do have quite a few, and a lot of them are getting better and they are being done really well. This is one of them. Really, really good film. And finally, Creep. Now, there's actually two movies called Creep. This one is the Franca Ponte one. Hopefully I'm pronouncing these names right. This one's set in, I believe it's in London, in the underground. I have not watched it in years, but yeah, it's pretty creepy, hence the title. Okay, so they're my B and C collection. Obviously, there wasn't as many in there as I thought, but we'll move on to D on my next video, and there's a few in there which I really, really enjoy. Thanks.